KPRC Channel 2. This is Houston Newsmakers with Khambrel Marshall.
Good morning and welcome back to Houston Newsmakers. It's been a while since we've been in this very comfortable spot right after Meet the Press. Thanks to 3 weeks of the Olympic Games and another week of the Women's British Open, we've been online for the past month. I hope you've been able to go to click2houston.com and watch some of those programs. They're still there, by the way. Go to click2houston.com and under the news heading, click on Newsmakers to get information about Crime Stoppers' efforts to stop bullying, HISD administrators, the union head, and the chief of police on the issues of greatest concern as students head back to school, and the new head of the City of Houston Department of Education. She's talking about her new role and how all Houstonians can get involved. We also did a program on the health of Galveston Bay and the fact that the Galveston Bay watershed, which spans 24,000 miles, is in pretty good shape, but has areas of major concern. The Galveston Bay Foundation is behind that report. Lots of good information there, so please head to the website and get caught up if you can. Politics was also on our plate, and it will be again soon. The experts tell us that the real political season as it relates to presidential politics doesn't start until after Labor Day, and that may be a good thing for Donald Trump. When we look back on this presidential race, we may look at August as a rough month for Mr. Trump. Trailing in the polls and sinking fast, he changed campaign leadership and softened previously hardened positions on a number of issues, including immigration and, as some polls indicated, a 2% support level among blacks, who he appealed to in his own unique way.
To the African American community, give Donald Trump a chance. We will make your streets safe, so when you walk down the street, you don't get shot. Hillary Clinton is a bigot who sees people of color only as votes, not as human beings worthy of a better future.
Very interesting stuff. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, has a different set of problems as we head down the final couple of months toward Election Day, November 8th. Another release of emails is due within the next 30 days, almost 15,000 that may or may not have information not flattering to Mrs. Clinton, who's been under pressure since the disclosure that she used her own private server in her home to do State Department business. There have also been unfounded claims that she is sick, what many think is an attempt to show that she is not fit to hold the office of president. She talked about that last week on the Jimmy Kimmel Show on ABC.
I don't know why they are saying this. I think on the one hand, it's part of the wacky strategy. Just say all these crazy things and maybe you can get some people to believe you. On the other hand, it just absolutely makes no sense.
No doubt this is a very nasty campaign being waged between two candidates who have historically high negatives. What impact could the Libertarian or Green Party candidates have on such an election? What kind of environment will there be for either candidate to govern after the dust clears that second Tuesday in November? We'll be talking about all of those questions in the coming weeks and months. Starting on our September 11th show, a week after Labor Day, that's when they tell us the battle lines will be drawn for the final sprint toward the presidency. Let me know what kind of questions you want asked of our experts. One of the easiest ways is by emailing me at HoustonNewsmakers@click2houston.com, or you can do as some do through my KPRC2 Khambrel Facebook page or on Twitter. You may have noticed that race is still a big issue in this country. It's sneaked into the presidential contest in many neighborhoods around the country as well. Black Lives Matter protests have taken place in many cities in response to the perception of racial bias by police. A White Lives Matter rally, complete with rebel flags and weapons, took place here in Houston just last week, protesting Black Lives Matter. Tensions clearly are high in various parts of our communities. I'll focus on that issue in the coming weeks as well, with experts on race relations and challenges that still must be overcome. I look forward to what I hope will be insightful and helpful dialogue to try to solve some of these problems. And I'll give you plenty of notice before those programs so you can get involved as well. We look forward to your involvement. Now to one of my best memories of the past few weeks. It was the great performances of our United States athletes in Olympics in Rio, but I was especially proud of Simone Biles and Simone Manuel. They both returned home this past week to rowdy welcomes at Bush Intercontinental Airport. Welcomes well-deserved, as were all of the welcome home ceremonies for our returning athletes. In competition, the vibe was magical. Simone Biles, so complete an athlete while looking so comfortable as she competed on the world stage. Expected to bring back gold, she didn't disappoint. And all the while, so down to earth when away from competition. And all of the Final Five, easy to love and support as examples of excellence from the United States of America. Well done. And then there's Sugar Land's Simone Manuel, whose look at the end of her 100-meter freestyle race as she realized she had finished first to win the gold medal. Priceless. All of the hours of practice, the dreams of doing well on the world stage, the delayed year before Stanford in order to prepare for this moment, the family that's been supporting her through it all of it could be seen on her jubilant face. Every time I see this picture, I don't know how many people like me can't help but smile. Thank you to Simone Manuel, another of the many Olympians from Houston who competed with honor on the world stage, giving all they had to do their best, representing themselves and us. God bless all of the United States athletes who worked so hard to represent this great country of ours. I can't wait until the next Olympics. While the Olympics was going on, a major catastrophe was taking place not far from here. Louisiana was hammered by more than a foot of rain in many places, causing the worst weather disaster in many, many years. That's next when Houston Newsmakers continues.